welcome to day 11 and 12 of the Japan Saga. Yeah, I decided to combine these 2 days because, well, I didn't get a lot of footage. But before we jump into the stuff that I did do, let me tell you about something I didn't do, and how I totally got scammed. So here, the place I was walking to is none other than Street Kart in Shibuya. You might have seen them before. They got a bunch of locations all over Tokyo, Osaka, and even Okinawa. I didn't do much research, classic me, but from what I gather, they were probably one of the first companies to do this, and they're definitely the most well known. Now, if you check out their website, you can book your ride by picking the date, time, and how many people are tagging along. But, and this is a big but, and I cannot lie, sorry, there are a few things you seriously need to keep in mind. One thing to know is that streetcar.com isn't the only place where you can book your tickets. Other sites like Viator, Headout, and a few other travel agencies I've used for other tours also offer bookings. But here's the catch, you really gotta be careful. If you're planning to drive in Japan, you'll need an international driving permit. And here's the key part, it must be issued through AAA or AATA only. Streetcar.com is super clear about this. If you get your IDP from sketchy sites like itioffice.org or internationalpermit.com, they won't accept it. And boom, you're out of luck. So yeah, make sure to get your permit from the right place. Anything else is probably a scam. Plan ahead. According to a friend of mine who got his permit through AAA, the process was quick and easy. So yeah, don't be lazy like me and save yourself from the pain of getting rejected at the Gokarts. Anyway, after the heavy blow of being denied the chance to zoom around Shibuya like a real Mario Kart racer and losing about $200 in the process, yikes, I decided to just shake it off and keep going with my itinerary. So today, I made my way to a place called Joypolis, but not before getting completely distracted by love-like characters on the automatic doors of nearby shops. I know, I'm a freaking weeb, but I own it. I bought the combo ticket for Joypolis plus TeamLab Planets, which cost me around $60. Not too bad. I actually saved like $5 as if I had bought the ticket separately. Joypolis is this awesome 3-floor indoor amusement park that blends video games with mechanical rides. One of the coolest rides there is called Gekin Live Coaster. It mixes a rhythm game with a roller coaster. You compete against 3 other people while riding, and yeah, it's like playing a rhythm game while driving. Not that I know what that's like. Another wild ride is called the halfpipe. You have to spin like a top with someone sitting across from you. So yeah, definitely one for the thrill seekers. That said, I gotta be real with you. Just like my experience at Toy Park, this place isn't exactly solo travel friendly. Most of the attractions here are way more fun if you got a buddy or a group to ride with. They also had laser tag, a walk through Attack on Titan attraction with 2 different routes, and they were handing out these collectible trading cards with adorable chibi versions of the characters. But there was a catch. You could only get 1 card per walkthrough, so if you wanted a full set, yeah, you were gonna need to line up again, or bring friends, or both. There are also 3 4D attractions produced by Saga, and when I visited, they had a special collab with Delicious in Dungeon. So yep, some of the meals at the cafe were inspired by the anime. And you know, I was all over that. If you ever decide to check out Joypolis, I totally recommend getting the 1-day passport ticket. Most of the main attractions are included with it, and you'll only need to pay extra for a few arcade games and food, which is optional. But honestly, it's pretty affordable. Their service is fast, and to top it all off, you get a beautiful view of the city from inside. Not a bad way to spend a day. To wrap up day 11, I headed to a jazz bar called Blue Note. If the name sort of rings a bell, it's probably because it made kind of an appearance in the anime movie Blue Giant. Except in the movie they called it Tokyo Blue. It's on Netflix, by the way, at least the last time I checked. Oh, and there's a Jobless Weeb episode right here on the channel where we dive more into the movie, so give it a watch if you haven't. Anyways, as you might have guessed, that movie is exactly why I came here. It's not like I'm some hardcore jazz connoisseur or anything. I mean, I do feel a little fancy when I listen to jazz, but let's be real. I'm totally going off on a tangent right now, right? Blue Note isn't a members-only bar or anything, but it's also not a place where you can just stroll in on a whim. You do need to make a reservation and create an account ahead of time. Don't worry though, it's totally free and easy. Just head over to the website bluenote.co.jp, go to the schedule, pick your date and time, choose your seats, and add anything extra like a meal course if you want. Then you'll be prompted to create an account. You'll get one email to verify your email address and another confirming your account registration. After that, you can go back, lock in your reservation, pay with a US credit card or a credit card, and boom, you'll get your e-ticket with your assigned seat. One thing I really appreciated about Blue Note was how smooth the whole reservation process was. Compared to some other restaurants, I either struggled to book or couldn't go at all because of complicated or non-existent system for international visitors. Blue Note was a breeze. More on those other restaurants in a bit. But overall, my experience at yet another place inspired by an anime movie was honestly amazing. The food was great, the atmosphere was great, it all just hit the right note. For day 12, I started off from my hotel in Shinjuku and made my way to Kokusai Tenjijo Station. Now, I'll actually be coming back here in a few days, or next week, and there's a very specific reason why this station is decked out with anime ads everywhere. But I'll save that for next week's video, so stay tuned. From there, I hop to the Yurikamone line, rode it to Shintoyosu Station, and finally arrived at TeamLab Planets. TeamLab Planets is this super immersive art museum that explores the intersection of art, science, technology, and nature. The installations aren't just for looking at. You're invited to experience them with all of your senses. The creative minds behind the exhibits include artists, programmers, engineers, CG animators, mathematicians, basically a dream team of brains from all sorts of disciplines. When I went, only 2 exhibitions were open, water and garden. They do rotate exhibitions throughout the year, so depending on when you visit, there might be more to check out. Unfortunately, the camera I had with me didn't handle the lighting in the water area very well. Some of those works are meant to be experienced in near darkness, and the vibe just doesn't come through on video. But the garden section? Absolutely stunning. And from what I saw online, when the sun sets, the garden installations light up in all kinds of vibrant colors. I definitely recommend coming here either right when they open or later in the evening after sunset. You do need to make a reservation for a specific time slot, so plan ahead. It took me around an hour and a half or 2 hours to explore everything, and even though I went during a time that wasn't super busy, a lot of the exhibits were still packed with people, so yeah, be ready for some crowds. Next up, I visited the iconic Tokyo Tower. Built in 1958 and standing at 1,092 feet, it was the tallest structure in Japan until 2012, when the Tokyo Skytree officially took that title. The tower design was inspired by the Eiffel Tower, and it's painted white and orange to follow air safety regulations. Mainly because back then, there were literally no other tall buildings around. These days, Tokyo Tower is more than just a transmission structure. It's got a full mall inside, complete with restaurants, souvenir shops, museums, and 2 observation decks. One at 490 feet and the other at 819 feet. But back in the day, around 1961, they added a transmission antenna used for the radio and TV broadcasting. Fast forward to 2011, the hype was not cutting it for Japan's digital broadcasting needs anymore. So boom, Skytree was born. I decided to visit just the main observatory deck this time. You do have to pay extra to access the higher one, and honestly, I didn't feel like waiting in line since I had already bought my ticket online, but man, that view, totally worth it. Just like the towers I visited in Osaka and Kyoto, there's something really special about seeing the city from above. It's like standing on top of a giant symbol of human creativity and engineering. Just as I was about to wrap up my tour through the observatory, something caught my eye. Love Live merch. You already know I had to check it out. With my almost non-existent Japanese, of course, turns out there was a collaboration between Love Live and Tokyo Tower, so naturally, I jumped in and ended up buying acrylic figures from the original Love Live, Sunshine, and Superstar. It was a lot of money, not gonna lie, but totally worth it, no regrets. To end my day on a high note, I headed over to Shibuya and found a collab cafe themed around Ramen 1/2. I was hyped, but unfortunately it turned into a bit of a letdown. Remember how I mentioned earlier that Blue Note requires you to create an account and make a reservation, yada 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 yada? Well, anime collab cafes work pretty much the same way, only just way more complicated. You'll need to register on their website, go through the whole email verification process, and depending on the cafe, they might ask for a Japanese phone number or even a Japanese address. It's a lot. After that, you still have to book a time slot to visit, usually 1 or 2 weeks in advance. So yeah, not exactly walk-in friendly for travelers like me. If you're interested in checking out anime collab cafes while in Japan, or before you go to Japan, I highly recommend doing some research beforehand. Just do a quick Google search for anime collab cafes, and chances are you'll end up on the site of another YouTuber named Cake with Faces. She's got a really extensive list of current and upcoming collabs. I'll also leave the link to her page in the description below. Anyway, after feeling kinda defeated about not being able to eat the anime collab cafes, I moved on to plan B, heading to Karashibi Miso Ramen Kikambo Kanda Honten, rumored to serve the spiciest ramen in Tokyo. When I got there, there was already a huge line, and I ended up waiting for a little over an hour. But here's the thing, this type of ramen shop works a bit differently than your typical restaurant. Before you even get in line, you gotta order your food using a vending machine near the entrance. You can select your broth, toppings, drinks, even souvenirs. Then pay cash only. The machine spits out a ticket and then you can officially join the line. If you're coming here with friends, I highly recommend that each person places their order and pays before getting in line. Don't try to save spots or cut the line. The staff will definitely not be cool with that. About every 10 minutes or so, one of the employees from the shop will step out to collect your ticket and ask how many people are in your party. Once you're inside, it's go time. This place isn't about lounging around. It's strictly eat your ramen and go. There's no takeout. You either finish your bowl or you don't. Most people are in and out in about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, I was feeling a little bold. And also, let's be real, my pride as a Mexican wasn't going to let me order anything other than the extra spicy option. I mean, come on, mama didn't raise a quitter. So, if you're wondering how the epic showdown of Mexican versus spicy ramen went down, well, got you covered, because you're gonna want to see this. Alright, Brian, so yeah, after the defeat that I almost felt of not going to that cafe.
Oh yes.
I felt in a city of going into the ramen, and you know, this was allegedly the most spicy ramen on place in Tokyo, at least.
And so it must be really hot down.
You can see that I already undid my scarf. I'm trying to attack the noodles, which, you know, terrible strategy. You know, I guess for one would be like, I don't want the noodles to go soggy, yeah. But at the same time, that's just avoiding the main problem. Because the broth, the soup was extremely hot. We can see that I've already going for some soda, yeah. And that's not good. Like, my pride as a Mexican, it's been extremely, you know, delicate at this point.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, I'm going also for the first napkin.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Trying to conquer this challenge.
Oh well, you know what? When a Mexican sweats when he's eating spicy food, it's alright. We're just, you know, regulating our bodily temperature.
Yep. That
doesn't mean that it's spicy, but whenever you see more soda, and I just added more soda here.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to say that, well, I do eat fast. I don't eat in 5 minutes fast. Like, this took me like 25 minutes. And I even took my glasses off. That's also a clear sign what my glasses were either getting foggy or, you know, the heat is getting to me.
He was getting to you.
Yeah, you can see, like, that's disgusting. But you can see, like, my forehead, it's shiny. I have some luster that I would love to say that it's fancy, but it is not. And oh boy, yeah, I'm probably more than halfway done with the noodles at this point. But again, I'm not attacking the problem. This is just like me with life. I'm not going to
around the problem.
Yeah.
Oh yes. But it will be there at the end.
Well, you know, at this point I was running like, is this too much?
Right.
Like, am I not Mexican enough anymore that I cannot handle the heat? Oh, and here it is.
Oh, and taking off.
And we brought to you, this ramen was sponsored by Jobless Weaves.
Go, Jobless Weaves.
But, you know, I also opened my jacket. I took the scarf off. And I think that at this point, I'm just, you know,
trying to come to terms with it.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Is this some sort of battle that God gives to his strongest warriors? And at this point, I don't know, but it's like, yeah, I'm starting to face head on just a little bit because, you know, I'm still trying to pick up the little noodles just because, like, well, at least I'm finishing the noodles. But no, when there's something spicy, nothing can hurt more my honor than not finishing the ramen. You know, this is not anymore about Japanese culture. This is about Mexican pride.
There you go.
Let's see. Okay, it seems that I'm going through it
now. Oh yes.
Oh, this might be the closest thing that like Jesus when he tried not to drink of that bitter cup.
Oh my. Yikes.
But in this case, it's just me.
Oh yes.
And the sin that I committed of trying to, you know, make myself strong.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm pretty sure that the people, like, you know, the shop owners see this all the time. They're like, this is the crazy person from today. So they were not even paying attention.
Right. Any of these people around you, they're totally gonna do it, right?
So yeah, it seems that I'm trying not to, you know, gain a lot of attention, which is perfect, but I just finished my soda. I still haven't finished the whole broth, and oh boy. I'm going now for the water. Water is now my only thing, because with this is that you order all the stuff you want and pay, and then you come in to the restaurant. So there was no room for me to ask for more soda because then I had to pay it beforehand. So yeah, this was.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So not after.
Yeah, not after. Everything is paid before. Wow. You wait outside because these type of establishments, you just eat, suffer or whatever stuff, finish or don't finish, and then go on your merry way. There's no such thing as takeout here.
Oh yeah.
You know, there are some ramen shops that they do takeout, but not this one. This one is, you know, one of the oldest ones, and you know, it seems that I've at least covered most of half of the bowl, and I've gone already through my like 6 napkin. We probably have a counter of napkins in here, but yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's the face of someone who is reveling his life. It's like, yeah, he feels defeated for not being able to go to the Ranma or the Love Life cafe, but this seems more like a punishment of like, because you didn't make a reservation, but hey, he finished. That doesn't seem like a face of victory, let me tell you.
It doesn't.
So glasses back, even the candy. Yeah, they were giving only the candy to the ones with the black bowl. So so yeah, because that was so spicy. But anyways, that was it. I don't know, like, it seems that he finished the battle, but he didn't win the war.
That's right.
Because I wouldn't
through, but probably lost.
I wouldn't even dare to say like he even won the battle, because you know, I've eaten spicy. You know me. I like spicy, but but that thing brought me to my knees, pretty much. So this needs a revenge. So you know, next time I'm gonna be better prepared with some antacids or something, and and I'm gonna try to challenge you again. Probably I'm gonna ask for more meat.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but
sure.
Oh yeah, this was probably like, welcome to Japan, loser. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you for the next day. The Japan saga is almost over, and then we'll return to our regularly scheduled programs.
Good, looking forward to it.
Great. Keep watching anime, and we'll see you next time.
What did they?